Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel that just can't seem to keep its content coming. Tonight we have two people for you. First, a breatharian that can't stop talking about her poop cycles, and another one that has a beak so big it'll make Toucan Sam blush. So let's begin.
What up, what up? I am really gonna dive right into this video because it's gonna be chatty and long. Let's jump into these questions. A lot of you asked this. Do you still poop? Yes, probably more fluid than I ever did in my life.
And right off the bat, she starts the video better than I ever could have. Do you poop? Yes, lots of water. I was searching for representations of how I imagined it to look, and this is what I came up with.
Not the... Oh. Yeah, I got that on video.
Oh, gross. No. Emotions and everything still get stored away in our body, okay? So like, think of things as really like energetically. I have been on water for like 2-3 days and still had bowel movements. So I'm sorry if I touch my hair a lot, just deal with me.
Sorry, did you say that your emotions get stored in your body and then you... So are we trying to claim that like our emotions become poop? And by the way, the touching of the hair is actually not what bothers me. What bothers me is actually just all the different edits into your video. I mean, maybe if we could just get 30 seconds together without fucking cut.
There's no effort. It's really, really effortless. And also, like, if you ever do a fast, like water fast or smoothie fast or juice fast, whatever, a lot of times you're cleaning out things from days, let alone weeks ago. I know a lot of times we think we eat, poop, okay, it's gone. But
so I'm going to be honest with you. I actually haven't seen the rest of these questions that are going to be posed to you. So I actually don't know where this is all going to go ultimately.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good just to hold them down by your side, yeah.
But I do have to ask, like, was this like a shock and awe kind of pattern? Like, out of all of the questions you got, unless they're all fecal related, I just have to wonder why, like, we started right off with asshole talk. I'm okay. I imagine there's a subset of audience that is going to be thrilled by the direction this conversation has taken right away. I just am not entirely sure if I'm following. I mean, you could have spread those out maybe start with one and then like...
how much prana can I get from breath? You get it in every breath right now. Even on these little inhales, even if they're not deep, you are inhaling prana. It is all around you. It is the chi, it is the energy that is vital. Breath work is just really being conscious of it and really having a buffet of it.
See, to me, I always find it funny. She sits there with that kind of thing because, I mean, deep down, she knows what she's saying is bullshit, but how are we going to spin this? And then the cogs kick in and away we go. She's suggesting that we all have a big old bite of prana, just like we're that fat kid on the hook having his big old bite of whatever he was eating, remember?
Have you done enemas yet? I do enemas, not all, I shouldn't say all the time, but I have been doing enemas probably for the past, since I lived in Florida, I got into enemas. If you've never heard of an enema, don't sleep on yourself. Get an enema, they're $2 at CVS. And I myself, doing liquids, hello, hi, yes, I've done enemas and things have still been cleaning out. So yeah.
I don't know. And here we are again. We've met back at this crossroads of just absolute fecal talk. Oh my goodness. So breatharianism is akin to just all sorts of backdoor action, if you will.
You're such an amazing solar being. Thanks.
I thought that was a sweet moment she added between her and her fan, all that praise. It kind of encouraged me to do the same thing, so I thought I would just scroll along, pick a random comment. So here we go. Beaver, you're such an amazing... Aw, that's so sweet. Piece of... Oh. Well, we don't have to do that.
How long would you suggest doing a juice fast for a beginner? I want to stop saying, hey, do breath work, but I'm not going to. So do breath work. Challenge yourself for the next 2 days. And if you've never done breath work, book a breath session with me.
And it all makes sense now. Yes, it all makes sense now.
One thing I will say confidently since the beginning of this fast, this one particularly, because I've really just like gave my all to this time around, I have made money every single day that I have been fasting. Even if it is like $10, $2, whatever, I have made money every single day. And I'm full-time me, like Seabud, entrepreneur, this is what I do.
Listen, I'm not entirely sure what a Seabiscuit entrepreneur is, but you should probably on most days be making at least $2 or $10. This chick's trying to convince you all to work on your breath work, and meanwhile, she's got to calculate the food she's not eating to make money.
This need that everyone's like, oh, well, you can't live without food. You can't live without breathing.
And with that, my mind has been blown. But we, before finishing up, are going to move on to another target, because this was actually the original target, but she just popped in during research and we had to talk about it.
I am not an idiot, okay?
Yeah, we'll leave that one for now.
And in this video, I am going to do my best to explain to you Breatharianism. Inedia. Breatharianism Inedia is not needing food, not needing water, and not only surviving, but thriving. That's very important.
30 and flirty and thriving. 30 and flirty and thriving. 30 and flirty and thriving. 30 and...
We're not concerned with surviving without food or water, although that's impressive, but we know that the human body is quite impressive if you push it to unnatural limits. And we know about Wim Hof, the Iceman, who sits on top of frozen mountains, minus 30, minus 40 Celsius, and he's sitting there serenely, his hands aren't even red, and just warming himself with breathing exercises and visualization, meditation. So, you know, we're capable of a lot of things here, okay?
I looked into this Wim Hof guy, and actually, for those who don't know, it's actually a really interesting case, this Wim Hof. He's from Amsterdam. I'm absolutely certain he knows Radical. Everybody in Amsterdam knows each other. It's just like Canada. I got a call from Tim from Toronto just the other day, to be honest with you. But he was perplexing to scientists because he could do these feats. He was also insane. He went blind swimming under the ice because his retinas froze. And he doesn't warm himself in the way that you want to think he does. Apparently, he's able to control his adrenaline release, which is pretty amazing, to be honest with you. But it's definitely not the same as, like, harnessing the chi of your soul and using it to warm up a toasty center.
Warm apple pie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Apple pie, huh?
Uh-huh.
McDonald's or homemade?
I don't know. Let's try this shit, I guess. I mean, I've never been one to walk away from a challenge. I mean, yeah, I have walked away from challenges, but I'm Canadian. I'm basically not allowed to walk away from this one now. I mean, this Wim Hof guy.
For science.
Sucks off. For Wim Hof. Oh God. Hey. Okay, this is fucking cold. Sprinkle donuts all the way. All right, you know what? That actually feels pretty good. I'll have to admit it.
We're not talking about surviving, we're talking about thriving long term for the rest of your existence without food and without water. So I'm going to do my best here to explain that. Now look, if you are one of those idiots, one of those morons who, when they have their bee lives challenged, such as, you know, like, we need food. What are you saying? You're saying humans can thrive without food, without water? Get the f out of here, side. No, you get the f out of this channel. Okay? Get out of here.
You get the fuck out of my house now. How's that for open mouth? F out! Get f out! I'll get the fuck out.
We've been told all kinds of lies here, alright? So, human beings can thrive without food and without water, but you have to understand the mechanism, you have to understand how, and if it's something that is of interest to you, you have to do it very gradually, okay? So, I am not a breatharian, I am not an idiot, okay? I still need consumption to thrive, okay? I can probably survive without food for a long time. Without water, probably more than I would think, but I'm not talking about surviving, I'm talking about thriving. And then I'm at a point right now where I need both, to consume both, okay? Liquid and food in solid form. So that's where I am, but I am an aspiring immediate, okay?
So wait a minute, you're telling me you can't survive without delicious food or water? Like this maple covered waffle? It's quite delicious. Why are you teaching something that you can't do yourself? I'm curious.
So first of all, why, before we talk about, you know, what exactly is breatharianism and explain it to you and how it's possible, and I'll use some pretty illustrative examples. I think if you stay long enough in the video, I will use some illustrative examples that will paint a picture that makes sense in your mind. So first of all, why would you do that? I mean, isn't food so delicious, right? Isn't it such a delicious treat, you know? Stimulate the taste buds to get all the different tastes. We're here to experience life, right? Sweet and bitter and sour and savory and, you know, salty and all kinds of flavors, right? Why would we do that? Why would we want to do that? Well, first of all, you're going to live a lot longer. That's right off the bat. That's the first thing. You're going to live a lot longer if you can thrive, not survive, again, thrive, without needing to eat and without needing to drink. And there are different levels to Inedia, to breatharianism, okay?
I think it's a pretty broad stroke to say people who eat less will live longer. I mean, what are you waiting for, bud? Get your ass over to Yemen. Look at this young breatharian in training right here. I mean, so far he hasn't experienced any results, but you should get over there and just tell him what he's doing wrong. You could save a nation, bud.
There is the level where you drink water, any form of water, whether it's urine,
That's not even okay.
Oh, that's just piss. That's just straight up piss.
Smell, urine, and damn it! Oh, that's piss. I don't know why I have to drink it. It's piss.
you know that
It's
if you
yellow.
eat less, you live longer. That's common knowledge at this point. So if you eat less, if you consume less, you're gonna live longer, and you can live, I would say, hundreds of years. Okay, hundreds of years.
I'm not stupid, Lucius. No one lives forever. No one. But with advances in modern science, my high level of income, I mean, it's not crazy to think I can't live to be 245, maybe 300.
I am 100% certain that some of the breatharians right now that are floating around everywhere, they're popping up everywhere, like mosquitoes in a humid tropical island. They're popping up everywhere.
It's so beautiful here. This is wonderful. I love this. Wait a minute, you hear that? Oh my god, run everybody! The Breatharians, they're starving! Oh my god!
I think somebody just shot something out of focus. Amateurs.
We're like a lot like plants, like trees. We can do the same thing they do with the sun. We can synthesize the sun's energy and convert that into glucose and whatnot. And we can extract air out of, we can extract water out of the air. Our bodies are perfectly capable of doing that.
I mean, with a beak like that, you could probably extract a lot of things from a lot of things. This is where it gets fun, because his claim that you can synthesize glucose from sunlight similar to plants can, that's baloney. The reality is you lack a chloroplast cell. Now, the chloroplast cell, what it does, it takes the photosynthesis from the sun, it uses that energy to create a reaction. Now, somebody in the comments probably correct me, or maybe just clarify it if I am incorrect, but my understanding of it is that you take the CO2 and you take the H2O, water, and the carbon dioxide from the environment, and what the plant does is it actually basically separates the carbon from the oxygen and the hydrogen from the oxygen. And of course, it uses the carbons and the hydrogens to make carbohydrates. And then the leftover result is oxygen, which is then vented to atmosphere. Hence, you have plants giving up their oxygen and absorbing carbon dioxide. You don't have a chloroplast cell, so I would be mighty interested to see how you, sir, are producing glucose with your wonderful beak.
So, but why is it so difficult to do that? There's many reasons, but one example I can tell you, as an ex bodybuilder, if you will, okay, I wasn't like doing the competitions, but I was like pretty jacked at some point, right? I never done any of those performance enhancing drugs or anything.
Yeah, me neither. I don't want to get too big.
And with that, we conclude another episode. I want to thank everybody for coming by. If you stuck around to the end, hit that like button, maybe try subscribing, and check out more videos. Have a good night. See you later, everybody.